The three religions that I will talk about are Roman Catholicism, Judaism, and Hinduism. Catholicism is the religion that I identify the most with and the one that I got in the indicator. I decided to research about Judaism because I think that I should learn more about it since I know a lot of Jews, and because Judaism is the second most common religion in Peru. And I decided to research about Hinduism because it is one of the religions that is criticized most by the Catholic Church. So I was wondering what were the similarities between this religion and mine. So first, when contrasting the ways in which individuals gain knowledge about their religion and their gods, I noticed some differences. For example, Catholics gain knowledge about their religion from the Bible, Jews gain knowledge about their religion from the Tanakh, and the Hindu learn about their religion and gods from the Shruti and Smriti. But even though individuals from different religions gain knowledge from different sources, there is something in common, which is that they are obtaining their knowledge from the same type of source, which are religious texts, and this has several implications. First, it's important to note that language plays an important role because the language used in these religious texts can influence the knowledge we gain about religion, which in turn can influence our faith. So the knowledge question I came up with is, how does language affect our faith? If language in religious texts is unclear, uncertain, or biased in some way, this could affect the basis of our religions and thus in what we believe in. This is because people have faith on things that they cannot prove and normally don't make sense. So if something is written in a way that it doesn't make sense, one can't really know if it's really wrong. We just blindly trust what religious texts say, and this way gain knowledge about God and our religion. So for example, the four evangelist writers used ambiguous language to write the Gospels, which could be easily misunderstood by those who read it, interpreting in a way that wasn't meant to, such that we might be having faith on something that didn't happen as we thought it did. For example, the Creed has ambiguous language, and so it can be misinterpreted by many. There's a part that says, "He descended to hell," in which they are talking about Jesus, and I understood it as if he literally went to hell where the devil was. But then, the priest explained that he didn't go there, but to limbo, where the souls of the just who died before Christ were detained, so that he could direct them towards heaven. My knowledge about my religion was affected, because that's when I learned that as Catholics we believe that before Christ none of the souls of those who had died could go to heaven because it was closed for everyone. And as a person who believes in what the religion says, my faith was affected, and I could appreciate Jesus much more than I did before, because I then knew that because of him we can be saved and enter heaven. But if the priest had not clarified this for me, I would be interpreting in a different way, just because the language was unclear. The implications of language being so determinate are huge. It's hard to know who is interpreting the text correctly when the idea behind it cannot be proven. And if not only Catholics but also Hindus and Jews are basing their faith on language, this could possibly imply that there might be some misinterpretations in the different religions of the world, which is significant considering the fact that people base their lives on their faith. Furthermore, I also noticed that Catholics, Jews, and Hindus gain knowledge on their religion by engaging in different activities that are specific to the religion. For example, as Catholics, we gain knowledge when receiving the communion. Jews learn about their religion by going to shul, which is similar to Mass, and Hindus meditate and do pilgrimages to isolate themselves and this way connect with all their gods. But even though the individuals gain knowledge about their religion by getting involved in different activities, I noticed a common similarity. That is that by doing so, they all seek a personal connection with their gods. And this is another way of how we gain personal knowledge about our religions. From this realization, I extracted the knowledge question of how does emotion help us gain personal knowledge about our gods? It appears to be that as human beings, we need to feel that we're connected to our God in some way or another. We can't see him, so sensory perception is not the way of knowing that can help us gain knowledge about our God, but we can feel his presence. That's why emotion is important when it comes to religion, because if we didn't experience different feelings when engaging in religious activities, our faith would be weaker. For example, when meditating, Hindus get to feel the presence of many different forces, which they attribute to be their different gods. When Catholics recite the Rosary, we feel loved and listened by Virgin Mary, and feel her protection and intercession for us. And when Jews practice Yom Kippur, they feel the forgiveness and love of God more intensely. The knowledge we gain about our gods through emotion is personal. No one can explain it or live it exactly. But given the fact that many things don't make sense, it is probably that we wouldn't have faith on what religious texts say if it weren't for an emotional connection to the gods that are mentioned in them. So, in what ways does religion give us truth? There are two perspectives about this. The first one says that religion cannot give us actual truth, because since there are many of them and only one can be correct, the rest of them are wrong, and since we can't actually prove which one is the right one, religion can only give us hope. Hope that our beliefs are the correct ones. Another perspective is that religion gives us personal truth, because we consider it to be correct, and this knowledge then helps us build our lives, giving us truth on what is our role in this world, what is good and bad, how we have to behave and approach situations, and ultimately, it gives us truth about ourselves and who we have to be.